Greetings and welcome to the module 1 titled Phase Rule. The session's outcome: at the end of this session, the learners will be able to recognize the need of phase rule and can define it in a lucid way. Before going to the phase rule, let us know why and how the phase rule introduced. In other words, how the phase rule is used to study the type of reactions available. Generally, chemical reactions are classified into two. One is reversible and irreversible. Reversible chemical reactions are one which are interchangeable from reactant to product or reactant to product or product to reactant. We are having irreversible chemical reactions. These chemical reactions are not interchangeable. Once if the product is formed from the reactants, they cannot be reversed. In reversible chemical reactions, again we are having two types: homogeneous reversible chemical reactions, heterogeneous reversible chemical reactions. The example of homogeneous reversible chemical reactions is nitrogen plus hydrogen gives ammonia. If you observe the equation, the ingredients phases are same in the case of reactant and product. See, nitrogen is a gas, hydrogen is a gas, ammonia is a gas. Hence, all the phases exist in the reversible homogeneous reactions are same. The property of these reactions can be easily studied by law of mass action, that is in chemical equilibrium. Whereas we are having some chemical reactions which are heterogeneous reversible. For instance, thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. If you observe the equation, calcium carbonate is a solid, calcium oxide is also a solid, whereas carbon dioxide is a gas. See, this comes under the heterogeneous reversible chemical reactions because the phases of the reactants and products are not same. Here, law of mass action, that is chemical equilibrium, cannot be used to study this type of chemical reactions. Hence, phase rule has introduced. I repeat, for heterogeneous reversible chemical reactions, we cannot study the type of reactions using law of mass action. Hence, phase rule was introduced by Williard Gibbs. Let us see the irreversible chemical reaction. See the example which is given: zinc with sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. So this reaction cannot be reversed. Hence it is an irreversible chemical reaction. See, phase rule: if the equilibrium between any number of phases, if you consider this equation, it is an equilibrium reaction between gaseous phase. It is an equilibrium reaction between solid and gaseous phase. So it is an equilibrium between any number of phases, is not influenced by gravity. So this equilibrium should not be influenced by gravity or electrical or magnetic forces. Rather, it should be influenced only by pressure, temperature and concentration. Then only the number of degree of freedom of the system is related to the number of components and number of phases by the following phase rule equation. F is equal to C minus P plus 2. This is the basic formula of phase rule. F is degree of freedom, C is component, P is a phase. Hence F is equal to C minus P plus 2. See, any equilibrium reaction, that is homogeneous or heterogeneous reversible reactions, if you consider, in this case you cannot study the homogeneous equilibrium reaction, because to study that we are having law of mass action, that is chemical equilibrium is there, whereas heterogeneous reversible reactions can be easily studied. That is what we have discussed in our previous slide. So for heterogeneous reversible reactions, if the equilibrium between any number of phases is not influenced by gravity, electrical or magnetic forces, but it is influenced only by pressure, temperature or concentration. What does it mean? See, if you take this particular reaction, calcium carbonate, which is in the solid state, if you heat this, if you increase the temperature, it will going to convert into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. See, this reaction is influenced by temperature. That is what it means. Any chemical reaction which is having equilibrium between any number of phases, which should be influenced by temperature or pressure and concentration, then the degree of freedom F of the system is related to the number of components and number of phases by the following phase rule equation. F is equal to C minus P plus 2. In our next module, we will going to see what is mean by F, what is mean by C and what is mean by P. In this particular module, you just have to observe one thing, that we are having homogeneous reversible chemical reactions which can be studied using chemical equilibrium. Heterogeneous reversible chemical reactions can be studied using phase rule, which was given by the Williard-Gibbs. So any reaction, heterogeneous reversible reaction, chemical reaction, the equilibrium between any number of phases should not be influenced by gravity or electrical or magnetic forces, but it is influenced only by temperature, pressure and concentration. Then the number of degree of freedom F of the system is related to the number of component and number of phases, that is F is equal to C minus P plus 2. This is the only thing which you have to keep in mind in this first module. See, let us discuss the phase rule in an analogy form. Using an analogy, we can understand in a better way. See, this is my room. In this room, I am having an AC. And this is a coolant which is going in, which is coming out. And outside that room, I am having a compressor. If you see this, if you observe this, the coolant is getting into the room in the form of liquid phase, and it absorbs the temperature from the room and it comes back outside in the form of gaseous phase. In the form of gaseous phase. If you observe this, coolant which is going into the room in the liquid state, and it absorbs the temperature, and it becomes gas, and that gas comes out from the room, and here we are having compressor which compress the gas and it converts the gaseous coolant into liquid coolant, and this is the reversible heterogeneous reaction. See, coolant liquid, by absorbing the temperature, it converts into coolant gas, and the coolant gas, it comes back to the liquid by giving the temperature which it has absorbed from the room. So this type of reactions are heterogeneous reversible reactions influenced by temperature and pressure. Hence, you can study this type of reactions, this type of systems using phase rule in the easiest way. Similarly, if you take the hydrological cycle, which you people might have studied in your first year environmental science. See, water which is there in the lake or river will get evaporated with the help of the radiation which is coming from the sun. It means sun's temperature evaporates the water. So that water gets condensed in the form of cloud. The clouds again precipitates in the form of rain. So this is an hydrological cycle. So water in a liquid form converts into vapor, that is gaseous form. That gaseous form water gets accumulated in the form of cloud, and the cloud again becomes water, that is liquid water is converting into liquid gas, liquid gas is converting into again liquid water. So here also the water phase transformation is influenced by temperature and pressure. That is why the water is getting evaporated and it is shifting into the various phases. So what I would like to tell you is, phase rule is a technique, that is phase rule is a concept which is used to study the heterogeneous reversible chemical reactions that should influenced only by temperature, pressure and concentration or composition. Then the degree of freedom F is equal to C minus P plus 2. We will discuss what is F, what is C, what is P and what is the 2 in our next modules. Thank you for your active participation. Kindly attend the online session in Google Meet platform for clarification. The Google Meet link and timetable will be shared to WhatsApp group. Thank you very much.